So for today's video, we're gonna do a 2005 Acura TL clutch. And the way that I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna leave the subframe on. And I'm gonna just take the transmission off and move it over to the side, because there's a lot of room. Once you take it off, there's a lot of room to just push it over to the side. And it should give me enough open space right there to replace the clutch. Well, you're gonna see. Well, here's the video without pulling out the subframe and replacing the clutch. I'm sorry that I didn't do a whole entire video, but this is me installing the new clutch on. As you can see, that's the new pressure plate. The disc is in. I got the alignment tool in. You can see the transmission is open enough where you can get your hands in there. I couldn't replace the pilot bearing because it's kind of impossible to get in there and tap it in straight, but the old one was okay, so I didn't replace the pilot bearing. But yeah, it's possible to do it without taking the subframe off. Here's the transmission where it's sitting at. Now I will say this, you do have to take off the mount that goes there, the mount that goes on the bottom of the transmission. You gotta take out the front mount. You gotta take off that mount, like loosen it, take that off too, so that you'll be able to move the motor, because when you move the motor up, it detaches a lot more. And it gives you enough room to be able to get in there and do what you need to do. And I will go underneath the car too to show. Subframe is still attached. Another thing, this bracket that's right here in the front, to take off the transmission, you need to just take off the ones that are holding the transmission. You don't have to take the whole thing off. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Got to take off the axles on both sides, the mid shaft. I messed up and didn't take off the mid shaft, and I got to go back on there and take off the mid shaft. But yeah, just to show the people, it is possible to replace the clutch on a 2005 Acura TL without removing the subframe. And I'll get back to you guys when everything's done. Well, sorry you guys, I completely forgot to make the other video, putting everything back together and stuff, but now I put it back together. It's running. Note to self to everyone too. When you're going from the self-adjusting clutch to a non-self-adjusting clutch, like a stage 2 performance clutch or something like that, if you turn the vehicle on and it won't go into gear, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and bleed it and go inside of the pedal and adjust the pedal, because before these cars you didn't have to adjust the pedal at all because it was self-adjusting. Now that it doesn't have a self-adjusting pressure plate, you have to literally go inside and adjust whatever you can in there. It's not too much of an adjustment, but it can be adjusted. But yes, here's the baby finished. And yes, I do have a bat holding up the hood because I'm too lazy to go buy new mighty lifts. Well, hopefully this helps anyone.